Hi, let me show you how to add vibrancy to the whites in your acrylic paintings. Hi, this is mattphilleo, and I'm working on this painting of the book cover illustration of the depiction of Acts with the coming of the Holy Spirit. And I have this woman here with very bright whites on her dress, and I just want to show you a nice way to make them pop, give it more vibrancy. In fact, I've already started to do that a little bit, so we're going to zoom in and I'm going to show you here. But one of the things you want to do is you want to add, wherever you have the contrast, the dividing line between darker values and the very light value, in this case white, you want to add some more chromatically intense colors, like Indian yellow, for example, or pyro red orange, colors like that, and it really makes it pop. And a nice way to blend it in is to use some matte medium, and matte medium is just clear acrylic without pigment, and you can buy that at any art store. And it dries crystal clear, but it mixes with your paints, where you take a very small amount on your brush and then you mix it in to that larger amount of matte medium. So it just distributes that pigment amongst all that clear acrylic. And then what you can do is place that strategically around your lighter colors. So I can put just a little bit up here against the rim of her collar area, a little bit on the edge. Now you don't want to overdo it. There's areas where you want to have maybe a little bit more and a little less, but it really helps everything to pop. And it's nice then also to mix a little bit of this pyro red orange. You could use a different orange, like a cadmium red light, and you mix those two together, and then you make a nice orangish color just for a little bit of a difference. So not everything is that same level of yellow. So you add a little bit of that color, and that also enhances it too. So I like to put a little bit of each, but not over everything. Some areas I want to have just that yellowish tint. Some areas I want to have more of the reddish tint, and usually it's better to have that more orangish reddish tint where you've got, you know, some deeper shadows. This is something we call halation. That's actually a term. You can look that up, but I'm going to also add this to the opening here of this window. So we're going to add a nice intense yellow there. So I'm going to go just a little bit stronger with the pigment. It's got, just a little bit of that pyro red orange color. And then we're going to place that right here, right around the opening of that doorway, just to really make that pop, to give it some vibrance. You can add a little bit of titanium white with it if you want it to kind of obscure the edge a bit. Just add a little bit of titanium white, and then that'll help to just obscure that line there of the edge. Let that blend out a bit, but when you have that go into the white a little bit, it really helps that to pop, helps it to glow. And so if we zoom in there a little more, you should be able to see it quite a bit. So you see how that's now really glowing, and we can add a little bit of this as well to the edge of the woman's clothing, you know, where her head kind of peeks up above. We add just a little bit of it there. Let that get that vibrant look. You can see that right on the edge here. We can go back to the edge here of the woman's dress and add a little bit to this area, again, just to make that really glow. I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to add just some little bits of this down here as well, just so it's not all concentrated on the top. Now if I overdo it, I'll end up with green, so I have to be careful not to overdo this as I work into the bluish tints. And we can put a little bit also on this man's face, you see, just to give that a little more vibrance. Now you'll notice I have a little bit of this halation here on the man's hair, so we've got more of a reddish tint on his hair, because that color would be more appropriate in that particular spot, because the value is a little bit darker. So I put some kind of some reddish orangish highlights on his hair just to really show that glow behind it. And then over here, this man's face, we can put just a little bit of this vibrant color right on these juxtapositions, these areas where the lighter values intersect with the darker values. And then we'll add just a stronger red just going up against the edge here. And again, that just helps it all to pop. So you can use this to great effect in your own paintings. This is what we call halation, and you can use that up against any white areas. Use it sparingly, but it's going to add a lot of vibrance. It's going to help them to glow, and really give your paintings a greater sense of luminosity and color saturation, especially when you have those light whites against some darker values. So hope you found this helpful. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. And of course, I have some more tutorials as well at Realistic Acrylic Portrait School. That's realisticacrylic.com. You can check those out. And thank you so much for watching. God bless, and we'll see you in the next video.